What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today I actually have a class setup for you guys. I know, weird, right? Because I'm not really a person that likes giving class setups. But in this case, I mean, pretty much the meta of this game is already pretty much fucked, and the season 4 hasn't even started yet. So yeah, there's really no point into just holding back class setups for you guys. So the one I have for you today is the AS Val. So pretty much ever since the SMGs have gotten a buff, there's really not a lot of weapons that could actually compete against these things. I mean, assault rifles are kind of null and void in this season. There's only a few out there that could at least keep up with the Bison and the QXR and the QQ9. But, you know, the AS Val is actually one of those assault rifles that is able to keep up, and it's very, very useful in close to medium ranges. So while the SMGs have gotten a massive mobility buff when it comes to ADS speed and ADS movement speed, the assault rifles weren't actually left out of this, because some of them actually do have their movement speed increased, at least when it comes to ADS movement speed. And that's what really helps a lot when it comes to weapons like these. This is what actually helps them, you know, keep up with all the other SMGs out there. It actually surprises me that I don't really see a lot of people using the AS Val, even though it's clearly a lot more better than it was last season and the season before. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys remember when the AS Val first released, it was a terrible gun. The bullet speed was so awful. There was such a delay when you would hit your shots from a medium range, and pretty much there was really no point in using that weapon until they actually buffed the bullet speed to make it a little bit more viable and close to medium ranges. This time around, I feel like the bullet speed was increased a little bit further, because now I don't actually have to use the mid-range barrel to keep up with other guns in the middle of a gunfight. This also does seem to be more useful when it comes to lower connection. You know, if you're not around 20 or 30 ping, of course that weapon's going to be amazing, but you know, when you're around 50 and 60, it was not always the best idea to use that weapon because of the delay. But now, even when I'm at 50, 60, and even 70 ping, you know, if I'm playing with some friends that are from a longer distance, I could still actually land my shots pretty well. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but has anyone noticed that the headshot multiplier is insanely higher in this update? Because, you know, whenever you hit someone in the head, like, they pretty much die instantly. It's kind of like Modern Warfare. Like, if you use the M4 and you shoot someone in the head, they die like in 2 shots. It kind of feels the same way here, because I actually checked out the training room with the AS Val, and I shot that little robot thing in the head, and it actually had, like, I think 42 damage. That's pretty incredible for a gun that shoots this quick. Even if all this information is not enough to actually convince you to use this weapon, they did get a buff this season for the ammo capacity. So now it went from 30 if you use the extended mag up to 35, which is pretty incredible. And also, if you're a person that likes using the Marksman rounds, which is, I think, what was formerly the 10-round FMJ, has been increased to the 15-round FMJ. And that was something that was definitely needed, because it does kill in 3 shots, unless you hit in the head, which is a 1-shot kill. The Marksman rounds aren't really that, you know, viable, especially since that, you know, they do have some sort of, you know, a fire cap, so you're not really able to fire as many as you want. There's like a limit to it. Of course, if you always want to use an assault rifle version of this weapon, you could just always use the mid-range barrel, which increases the bullet speed by 20%. But, you know, if you're in close quarters like here in Shipment, where what you're seeing, you're not really going to need it, because plus it's just going to slow you down a little bit more. So for me, I really just use the quick response barrel. So here's my class setup right here. I have the quick response barrel, I have the OWC laser, large extended mag B, rubberized grip tape, and full ammo. So the full ammo part is kind of optional depending on what perk you use. For me, I use toughness because I'm not really a person that's a fan of flinching every time I get shot, especially in the middle of a gunfight. So what I recommend you do is probably just add some sort of like commando grip or something like that. I think it's called the Strike 4 grip, so I think you could probably use that in order to stabilize your weapon a little bit more, or if you want some more mobility, you could always use a stock on it. Alright, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, since I've already showed you the attachments and everything. So I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content, and have a wonderful day, guys.